Airman Balloons, of course, a major builder of hot air balloons, located over in Bristol is where their factory is located. I was correct, that is Rob Bailey flying the snow business balloon that is launched and is down there over the south end of the lake. The newer of the two, there are two of those balloons that look very much alike, but there's a slight difference between the two of them. Gregory is flying the second one. I haven't seen him launch yet, though. There goes the, oh, I see him down there. Yeah, thank you, Mike. So Daniel Gregory has the second snow business balloon inflated and standing along the south end of Lodge Road, but he hasn't launched just yet. I didn't mention as they went away, but flying the Panther balloon, they were first to launch tonight, and flying Panther is Steve Thomas out of West Bristol, I'm sorry, out of Wick, Bristol. Should have mentioned that as he flew away, and I just got wrapped up in everything else going on and didn't notice that. Also flying the Southern Plasticlad balloon that I mentioned a moment ago, Dean Turner, also here out of Bristol.
There's a Hunter's Welly boots over there. All them balloons there have got to chase after that one there.
And Adelaide the koala bear is getting airborne now. Actually, they're not bears, they're marsupials. My mistake.
Where did you get that gun from?
From B&M.
So Adelaide the koala getting airborne. Quite a bit more southerly direction to the track than what we expected tonight. And there's a tree limb souvenir for somebody. A little brush to the trees. Sometimes that happens. No damage done though. Everything's fine.
I'm not helping you. I'm filming.
In Texas and other parts of the world where I've flown, especially on a high wind flight, trees can sometimes work as a brake for you. As you saw, when that balloon just touched into the trees, it really stopped the forward momentum of the balloon. So I learned to fly in California, but later learning to fly all over again in Texas, where the conditions are vastly different. It's not at all uncommon to brush the basket through the tops of the trees on a high wind flight, so you can literally slow the balloon down. You can burn off or brush off some of that speed by brushing through the tops of the tall pine trees there. And I actually had a young lady who crewed for me for a number of years. She didn't think we had a fun flight unless we crashed through a treetop or two, because we did that on her first flight. She thought that was just a normal part of ballooning. Don't generally do that, but you can do it. It is a maneuver that pilots can use. If they're traveling a little faster than they would like, then you simply let the basket sit down and brush through a couple of treetops, and that will slow the basket, slow the balloon down. The Keep Calm and Fly balloon team is up now. Their balloon is sky blue, big broad band of white in the center of it. along with the logo, "Keep Calm and Fly." And that would be Douglas Hodnott flying that balloon from Kubitschek Balloons, and they are here from Bristol. A lot of pilots from Bristol here. There goes the other snow business balloon now, the older of the two balloons. Look at the crowd gathering around Adelaide the koala as he's very low on the hillside there. Lots of folks running down. He might even just maybe touch down and land over there. If he is landing, please stay clear of the basket. Don't be jumping on it or grabbing at the basket unless you're asked to help. And you especially don't want to be in front. You never want to be in front of a balloon. If a balloon's coming near you, you always want to step aside, stand to one side of the basket. Don't ever get in front of it, because while these things look like they're moving very, very slowly, and essentially they are, but they have such mass. They have the mass of what in the States we call an 18-wheeler, which is a big tractor trailer, which would be a big lorry over here. And you can be seriously hurt if a balloon were to impact you. So anytime a balloon's coming near you on landing, do never get in front of it. Always stay on the side of it. Here's gliding his way in the Rico balloon, the red and white cube. Here goes the Sarfari.com balloon, also getting airborne. Blue, white, and gold down on Lodge Road. And the Army Air Force balloon, Army Air Corps, I stand corrected, getting airborne. Blue and silver. Flying the Sarfari.com balloon is Jonathan Gates. And flying the Air Force Balloon Corps balloon is Jonathan Dyer out of Hampshire. And I'm not sure if that's Dom Bareford or Stephanie Bareford who's flying tonight. And the balloon that is yellow with the sky blue, black and silver spiral around it. I talked with Dom today at our prize giving ceremony, and they pulled a fast one on me. We sent Dom out last night early as one of our first two wind test balloons, and I turned around later and saw the balloon launching a second time. I thought that Dom had landed, packed up, and come back. It turns out there are two identical balloons that he and his sister Steph are flying. So they pulled a bit of a quick one on me, and so I'm not sure if that's Dom who's still here flying with us or if that's his sister Steph, but it's one of the Barefords anyway. Might be the two of them in the same basket together, you never know. And Dom finished in second place overall in our Exclusive Cup this year, the 20th anniversary of the Exclusive Cup, and he is the current reigning world champion from the UK. And it looks like Adelaide did in fact land on the hillside there. The pilot did a great job of moving on beyond the crowd that was trying to gather around the balloon, but now that he's landed, there are folks gathering around the balloon, and that's okay. We just don't want people getting in front of a moving balloon. That's not safe. This, I believe, would be Thomas Hook getting airborne now in his balloon. That is the black vertical gores, and then the checkerboard pattern of red, white, blue, and green. Again, one of two balloons that they have here that look identical, and yeah, that would be Thomas Hook out of Mansfield Road in the balloon called Black Hawk. Did leave? No, I know it's on. I'm asking you. No, Dom left? Okay, so it may be Steph then that's flying the balloon. And the roar of the burners here in front of me means the cheetah is coming to life. Toby Brown bringing up our Longleat cheetah balloon. Down on Lodge Road, the BWS Standfast balloon is standing up. That would be Phil McShane there. Both Adelaide the koala and the Rico balloon have landed on the hillside and are deflating their balloons, just doing a little short hop tonight. Looks like perhaps the Air Corps balloon doing the same thing. I see that blue balloon descending down into the trees on the hillside there. Might have found himself a nice clear open spot and choosing to land. Our special shape forklift balloon is inflating here on Lodge Road. That's a rather unusual shape for a balloon to be a forklift, but we do have one here, and it is cold inflating just beside the cheetah now. Also standing up on Lodge Road here, just coming up right, putting a little heat still in the balloon. The balloon that is royal blue, that has the, looks like navy blue and lavender accents around it, vertical stripes. That would be Peter Johnson in the balloon called Bluebell. Peter is here out of Gloucestershire, or Gloucestershire.
Landing.
It said that one right up there. That one didn't, man. That one didn't, but the blue one made it. The koala just got off the hill. I think that one's going to go up right high. Like this. Yeah.
comes the forklift.
Wow. That's the forklift, Jazz. That balloon there.
I will. Someone asked the question, it's been relayed to me, why do the balloons have GP in front of the name? I'm not sure about GP. I can tell you why they have G in front of the name. For example, if you look at the cheetah, see G-DUMA, or over there see G-CIDH on the Peter Johnson's Bluebell that's launching now. If you saw Cymbaloo fly away, you saw on there G-LEAT as in G-Leat, and on the koala it says G-Day as in G'day. Well, the G in each country around the world, every aircraft has a registration number, and each country in the world is assigned a different letter. In Great Britain, it is a G. And so that is the registration number of the balloon, and it's called, here it would be called a G number. In the United States, where I'm from, our aircraft registration numbers begin with the letter N. If you see a balloon that has the first letter is a D, that would be a balloon built in Germany for Deutschland. If you see a balloon that has the first letter is a C, that would be the balloon that is built in Canada. So that's the registration number. Now, in some cases, those registration numbers can be personalized. For example, a G-Leat on Cymbaloo, G and then Leat for Longleat. On the koala, G-D-A-A-Y, which is obviously G'day, as in G'day mate, from Australia. So that's why, that's the significance of the letter G and then whatever follows on the balloons that you're seeing here. My first balloon, when I registered it, I wanted to register in, because it was a balloon built in the U.S., I wanted to register in G-L-E-N, that's my name, Glenn. But you have to, in the United States, I don't know about here in Great Britain, but in the USA, it's like a vanity license plate, if you know what that is, where you can have, special plates made that say whatever it is that you want on your car. Same thing on a balloon. If you want a vanity registration number, and I want it in Glenn, you have to pay extra for it. And at the time, I chose not to, but what we were able to do was go to the FAA and go through the available registration numbers. So my first balloon was registration number N61EN. And in aviation parlance, that's 61 Echo November. And we made the 6 and the 1 look like a G and an L. So when you looked at the side of the balloon, it looked like it said N Glenn, which is what I wanted, but it was actually N61EN, and that way I didn't have to pay extra. You got to play the system, right? You got to play the system. So anyway, that's the significance of the G, and then whatever follows that you're seeing on all these balloons. It's the registration number indicating the balloon was built here in Great Britain, the letter G. So, how was that, Daisy? Did I answer that okay? Thumbs up, very good. Kind of appropriate to have a little music from Top Gun playing this afternoon. Well, I think that's the danger zone, and we're certainly not in a danger zone by any means. Besides me, can't wait to see Top Gun 2, the sequel movie. Boy, the promos for that look like it is going to be some kind of fun. So, Toby, are you going to fly the cheetah, or are you just going to tether there for a while?
Little boy with a green t-shirt, show love.
He's going to tether? Okay. I'm guessing, based on the three tie-offs, I can see, I'm guessing that the forklift is also going to be tethering. And we've got our Scottish Championship Cup Special Shape.
Oh, great.
Standing up, or holding plating, I should say, not standing up yet, but we should see them come up right here shortly. We're going to have a limbo contest right here in front of the stage any second now. The crown line.